We're live. All right, we're live.
And we might be live. Yeah. Places.
On places, yes. This is the bit where we fill in because LinkedIn likes to cut off the first bit and we're not sure exactly how many seconds it cuts off. So if you're just joining us now, welcome.
Hello. We're back. We're back.
We are back. Yes, we had a little sabbatical.
Accidental sabbatical.
Yes, accidental. We weren't planning on it, but we just
weather related as well. A bit weather related as well.
Yes, a bit weather related. But yes, we're back. We are back now, and will be for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, no more weather related incidences are planned.
And do you know what? I got a message last week from someone saying, "Oh, what are you guys doing? WTF? I've been looking and I can't find it." I'm like, "We have a fan. We have somebody who checked.
Somebody noticed.
This is us." She noticed we weren't there.
Yay!
Yay! It's only taken us a year.
I know. We need to figure out how long actually, because I don't actually know. It just feels like we've been doing this forever.
Yeah. Well, actually, let me just have. Oh, no, it's just LinkedIn will probably tell me.
Of course, it will.
Yeah. If I go back to our events, I think it's been about a year.
Are we not? Well, we need an anniversary edition then. Oh, we could go and look at all of the worst ones or the funniest ones. Best of the funniest ones.
Like maybe for some of the first ones. Okay, so the very first one was 4th of October 2024.
So we're coming up to our year. Yes,
nearly. Not quite a year.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so we'll have to plan a
party.
Yeah. Anniversary for 1 year of the podcast. Imagine where we'd be with this right now if we'd actually done it properly. Do you know when I promoted it and actually if I got around to scheduling each week's event more than a day before we were actually going to host it. We're sometimes the morning of and actually set up a channel and did all the clips and promoted it. And
God, that seems like so much. I literally just want to lie down and cry though, because this is the fun bit.
Yeah, this is the fun bit. Yes.
Yeah.
We just rock up and chat for 45 minutes every Friday.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, but we are today live streaming on YouTube again with no promotion whatsoever. So maybe some people might stumble across us
by accident.
Yeah, probably, because I think my channel has 8 subscribers. I've not really. I use YouTube really as just a video hosting platform.
Yeah,
so I just publish stuff on there so that I can embed it in my emails and on my website. I don't actually use it. So, but yeah, so we're live streaming it over on a YouTube.
Okay, so for those poor bastards who've just found us by accident and what is going on here? Could you please explain what is actually going on here?
I will do. Thank you, Michelle. So if you're joining for the first time, WTF is a weekly live that Michelle and I have been running since October last year. And what we do is we take examples from the week of the worst kinds of misogyny that stumble across our pages. We don't go looking because it's just there, and we get into it. So we just each bring a clip or an image or something, a particular story. We dig into why it's so awful, why we hate it, and find some way to take the piss out of whoever put it out there, which is not hard most of the time. It's not hard. And then we normally round things off with then a FAFO. So right at the end, we then try and give an example of somebody who, was problematic and got their just desserts. Karma stepped in. But I don't think we've got one this week. No. I couldn't find one.
I didn't look.
So
I never find them. So it's normally you, but it's cool. It's all right.
Yeah, so Karma, you need to, I don't know if you're on a holiday or something. We need you back in the game. We need some people to get.
Well, there's some comic moments throughout some of them today, I think, as well. I don't know.
Okay, maybe it's us. Maybe we're dishing out the karma this week.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all it is. Yeah, so that's that's the promise. Like I said, we're not doing this for any other reason than it's cathartic for us. We started this because we were literally just in each other's DMs every day going, oh my God, have you seen this? Oh my God, it's horrific. And we would talk about it all the time. We thought,
other people might be interested. Yeah.
Do this in front of other people. So
and we're really funny.
We are really funny. Yes, we're fucking hilarious. Even if we do say so ourselves. And we just thought everyone would be so highly entertained by us. So here we are, doing our thing most weeks.
Marvelous.
Yeah. So quick introduction. So my name's Felice. I'm the founder of Loud Women, and I exist to elevate women's voices and to smash the patriarchy and challenge toxic behaviour online that prevents women from showing up in the way that they deserve to. And
you're writing a book at the moment, aren't you, Felice?
I am, yes. I'm writing a book called The 6 Dickheads You Meet Online. What I've done is, after years of dealing with this shit in my own comments, I have boiled all of the online trolls and haters down to 6 archetypes. And then in the book, I dissect them, why they show up in the first place, why it's pointless to try and engage them in any kind of rational discussion. And, obviously there's, everyone can just block and move on if they want to. But also I give some recommendations if you decide that the high road is closed. And today you could just be an ungodly menace and fuck with them, as I really enjoy doing in my own comments. So yeah, that comes out in October. I do still have to finish writing it. Yes, but knowing me, it will be the pressure of the deadline that gets me to do it. And I'll just spend the next few weeks just stressing that I haven't done it yet while sitting around playing computer games and watching films. Not doing it. It's my brain's
It's part of your process. It's part of your process.
It's part of the process. Yes.
Awesome. Oh, me. So my name is Michelle Minikin. I am a organizational psychologist, coach, and author of the book Good Girl Deprogramming. And pretty much what Felice does as well is like smashing the patriarchy, but just helping women come back to themselves, and ignore all of the shoulds and all of the other nonsense that people think we should be effectively, and to say absolutely not to all of that and give people the it's not the confidence is the wrong word in this, but just make them more themselves and help them to be more themselves, which
and
seems very
ultimately become
unfuckwithable.
Exactly, because there's too many people trying to fuck with women at the moment, and we have some examples today, but it is everywhere. It is everywhere. So so this is needed now more than ever. We need to be the other voice in women's ear, not the one that's consistently trying to tell them to be quiet, shut up, not vote, not leave your house, get married at 14 and have babies. Like, it's just everywhere. So with no further ado, with no further ado, should we jump in?
Why not?
Where are we starting today?
Yeah, I've already forgotten what I sent to you.
Okay. Oh, we're going to start off with some woman-on-woman crime. What's the first thing you think of when you see Monica Lewinsky? Michelle, let him have it.
I was just like, I don't follow this woman. It's just like, why is this showing up in my feed? I'm literally use Twitter to keep an eye on like a baby monitor in terms of America. But it's like, what is the first thing? And as you can imagine, the comments are horrific. How dare she age? First of all, it's like, she should remain young. Like, all of us should remain. The worst thing a woman can do, frankly, is age, according to the patriarchy. So it's so as you can imagine, the comments are horrific. And quite frankly, what's the first thing you see when you see me personally? I write about this in my book. It is a massive power imbalance, and her receiving the amount of hate, I am surprised that she still exists. Hate, bullying, awfulness, and her work is amazing around online bullying, and her TED talk is brilliant, and I love her. I really would like to be friends with her, quite frankly. I think we would be very good friends. Actually, most of the women that are featuring today, I think we would be friends with, Elise.
Oh, 100%. Yes. Oh, do you know, maybe we should reach out to her, see if she wants to come on the podcast. Could you imagine if she actually said yes?
I know, I'll send her my book and put the bit in where I talk about her and how wonderful she is. And yeah.
Yes. So please, 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 please.
If anybody knows Monica Lewinsky, we would love to talk to her. You gotta have dreams.
Anyone's out there? You do. And you know, aim for the stars. What's the worst she can do? Say no. She's saying no right now because we haven't asked her.
Exactly.
She just ignores us, yeah. This whole thing about Monica Lewinsky is insane when you really take a step back and look at it. Like the way this woman was vilified, and which is another example, isn't it, of the woman gets the blame and the man gets off scot-free. He was
the woman without the power.
Yeah, he was the president and banged, what was she, basically an intern?
Yeah.
Secret Service found out about it.
Like, I think 21.
Yeah, she was so young. She was thrown to the wolves
and become completely unemployable.
Yeah, she could not get a job. Nobody wanted to work with her because of, you know, everything that had gone on around her and what she was associated with. And she's basically had to live her entire life. I mean, could you imagine being held to account for something that you did when you were 21, a stupid mistake?
Yeah.
At 21, and then that just being everything, the only thing people know you for, and it stopped you getting a job. She's in her 40s now, and it's still the first thing people want to talk about, regardless of anything else that she does. And she's done some incredible things.
I know, it's painful, but yes, her Twitter handle is like she's a muse to rappers or something along those lines. So it does make me smile. So she's
yeah. If anyone wants to hear more about her as well, do watch the TED Talk. She also went on Call Her Daddy. That's another woman. I love her. I love her.
We'd definitely be friends with her as well.
We would. Yeah, she'd definitely want to be friends with us, I think.
Oh, okay.
100%. That interview was brilliant. Like the way how openly she talks about what happened and how it all went down and her life since. And she talks about just that. You know, she definitely was at risk for an extended period of not being here anymore. And things that the woman that posted that knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she would provoke.
Yeah.
And it's just like, lady, I hope you've never fucked up in your life, and then it gets, you know, becomes public knowledge, and then that's all anyone ever wants to talk about. Yeah. Okay. Well, started off strong. Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah. There's a theme. There's a theme about women being shamed for aging or being whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of my theme for the podcast today. I don't know what your session. The fun part is I send police all of my things, and I never get to find out. So I'm finding out at the same time as everybody else. So that's quite exciting.
Yes, there's definitely. Which one should I do next? Oh, do you know what? A lot of mine seem to be US. But that's because it is like basically a shit show over there at the moment. So this one. So the Supreme Court were ruling on whether hospitals in Texas could refuse treatment to women who are pregnant. Not abortion care treatment, literal life-saving treatment. So I'm going to let this woman explain, because she explains it all much better than I just did.
Shows up in an emergency room with a heart attack, they can let her die. Today, the Supreme Court said it's okay that the Texas law will stand, that if a woman shows up to an emergency room, whether she's having a heart attack or she needs her appendix taken out, they do not have to help her. I'm not talking about an emergency procedure to end her pregnancy. I'm talking about any procedure to save her life. Anytime you perform a surgery on a woman who is pregnant, there is a risk that she could either miscarry or go into preterm labor. And Texas says that's fine. We just won't operate on them. Do you get it now? This only applies to women. This only applies to women who are pregnant. So if they show up and they need health care of any kind, Texas and other states like them are going to let them die. This is where we are headed, people. When will everyone wake up and realize that women are seen as nothing but vessels to create workers?
So, yeah, there you have it. And I think alongside the fact that they've made it okay for hospitals to refuse treatment for women based on the medical practitioner's religious beliefs.
Hippocratic oath.
Yeah, it's like if you don't want to treat people, don't go into medicine. Don't become a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I think
like
this,
Jesus would be so disappointed. I say this all the time, but this is not what Christianity is.
No.
The core tenet is love. It's like, yeah.
And
this is control.
This is control. This is them. It is, it is controlling women. But I think this idea of, I mean, it does, things logically, it doesn't make any sense, because if they're trying to protect the fetus, but then the mother's going to die, the fetus is going to die anyway.
It's
like, what a stupid.
Women. I think this is it's all about hatred of women, punishing them for no reason. Yeah,
so much is happening over there right now. But yeah, so if you are pregnant, don't expect to get any emergency health care. If you need it, they can just say no and let you die.
And if you do die, then they might actually make you become the incubator for the life as well.
Keep you alive.
Yeah.
Even though the chances of the fetus surviving, their mother being in a coma, is like really, really low.
But they've done it now.
Yeah.
Precedent has been set.
Yeah. Which I think leads us nicely into, this is probably actually the worst one this week, but we're just going to do it now.
Okay.
Because I'm sure people have seen this doing the rounds. And this might take us a while.
Kind of people that people come out of.
So you just think they're meant to have babies? That's it. They're just a vessel.
No, it doesn't take any talent to simply reproduce biologically. The wife and mother, who is the chief executive of the home, is entrusted with 3 or 4 or 5 eternal souls.
I'm here as a working journalist, and I'm a mom of 3.
Good for you.
Is that an issue?
No. No, it's not automatically an issue.
Christchurch senior pastor Doug Wilson is the leader of a Christian nationalist movement that believes in a patriarchal society where men are dominant and women are expected to submit to their husbands. Josh and Amy Prince, along with their 4 kids, moved from Washington State to Moscow, Idaho, where Wilson's movement is based.
Do you see Amy as your equal?
Yes and no. In the sense that we're both saved by grace, we're absolutely on equal footing. But we have very different purposes, God-given.
But do you see yourself as the head of the household, as the man?
He is the head of our household.
Yes.
Yes, and I do submit to him.
So like moving here was
ultimately
your decision.
Yes.
That's a great
example.
Wilson says in his vision of a Christian society, women as individuals shouldn't be able to vote. His fellow pastors Jared Longshore and Toby Sumter agree.
In my ideal society, we would vote as households. And I would ordinarily be the one that would cast the vote, but I would cast the vote having discussed it with my household.
But what if your wife doesn't want to vote for the same person as you?
Right. Well, then that's a great opportunity for a good discussion.
There are some who have gone so far as to say that they want the 19th Amendment repealed.
I would support that. And I'd support it on the basis that the atomization that comes with our current system is not good for humans.
And Wilson, a veteran himself, is unapologetic about his view that women shouldn't be in certain leadership or combat roles.
Looking at the leadership page for Christchurch, it's all men. Do you accept women in leadership roles in the church and government?
In the church, no.
Why?
Because the Bible says not to.
Well, that's not what happens in the Bible. Women do lead all the time.
Progressive faith leader Reverend Jennifer Butler is concerned about Wilson's growing influence.
He is rapidly gaining in power. He has hundreds of churches established around the country. They actually literally want to take over towns and cities, and they have access to this administration.
Wilson's highest level connection to the administration is Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
It's not organizationally tied to us, but it's the kind of thing we love to see.
For his part, Hegseth has publicly praised Wilson.
Now we're standing on the shoulders of a generation later, the Doug Wilsons and the others.
So the Secretary of Defense reposted that video supporting what they were saying. I mean, things that we look at it, we laugh at them and go, oh my God, these stupid, fragile little men, you know, who just want to boss women around. But this is like dangerous level of infiltration.
Yeah, this is literally a Handmaid's Tale. This is the American Taliban. This is like,
and I think we're a lot closer to it than people want to think.
And they're putting money to our people in the UK as well.
Yeah.
If they were just keeping it in the US, that would be horrible. But like the horror for us in the UK is they are funding anti-abortion rights, anti-women's rights, and this is not Christianity.
No, it's not. And I know, again, it's easy to say, oh, fucking religious nuts. I know people that are Christians, they don't believe any of this shit. It's not Christianity. It's like saying, it's the same way that, we don't accept that, anyone with a particular faith is automatically predisposed to be a particular type of not very nice person. With Christianity as well, these guys are extremists. What do we think is going on in DC right now with fucking, pretty much martial law?
I want to read that book, but I don't want to pay for that book, so I need to steal it from the internet somehow. I'm not giving them any money, but yes, I think it'd be really interesting to see, be able to pick all of the holes in, but see what the playbook. You have to learn this stuff in order to counteract it.
Yeah, we can't assume that just because it seems so ridiculous to us, it can't happen, because it is already happening. Laws are being changed. Healthcare is being denied to women. They're now going after same-sex marriage. So there's a petition to the Supreme Court to try and reverse the decision. They're allowed for same-sex marriage. They will be coming after everybody. They will be coming after us all until they get the society that they want. And there's a tipping point beyond which...
white, nationalist, supremacist, patriarchal, which harms everybody.
Yeah, they want women out of schools, out of the armed forces, out of the workforce. They want them in the homes, having babies as young as possible. That's what they want. They've already said it, and they're already changing the laws. Several states have reduced the law of consent and the legal age of marriage to 14, with parents' consent, yes, but they've reduced the legal age of marriage to 14, protecting child marriage in the US. There's talk now of trying to charge 14-year-olds as adults in the eyes of the law, apparently just for criminal acts. But what that will also do is change the way the consent laws are applied if a 14-year-old girl is considered an adult in the eyes of the law. Look, the Utah judge responsible for broadening the scope under which a 18-year-old is not charged with a first-degree felony when he has sex with a 13-year-old.
Only if it's his nephew, though.
Well, he just says, he said that, the law won't impact his nephew because it's not retroactive, but he says that it was that case that prompted him to question whether it was reasonable to charge an 18-year-old with a third-degree felony when a 17-year-old wouldn't be charged. They would just be charged with a third-degree felony.
Yep.
I was like, well, okay, what are we saying? Like, where are we going to push it to 19, 20? Like, where does it stop?
I know.
Where does it stop? 18-year-old boys should not be having sex with 13-year-old girls. I'm just going to put it out there.
Yeah. I don't think that's controversial, quite frankly.
Yeah. 17-year-old boys shouldn't be having sex with 13-year-old. Like 13-year-old girls shouldn't be having sex at all. It's one thing if it's like another 13-year-old, then I think we do need to have like a little bit of care for both of them. But I think boys of 16, 17, 18, 19 should not be having sex with the 13-year-old. And if you haven't raised your child to know the difference between right and wrong, yeah, I'm pretty sure they know that they're not supposed to steal a car or rob a store or beat someone up in the street. I'm pretty sure they know they're not supposed to do those things.
Yep.
And if they don't, they probably need to.
They'll end up in jail.
Should be locked up. Yeah.
Go to jail.
To protect the rest of us
to
from
jail
them.
with you. Be off with you to jail. Yeah.
Oh, so that, just all of it. It is like we are living in that dystopian world already.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty scary.
It is
I know it's a long video, but I just felt we should play it all the way through. It's just
really
and it's the smugness of them as well. Just boils my blood. They're like, so do you think women should be in leadership? No, you shouldn't. What do you guys think? Well, what we think is women should be able to be involved at all. It's like, fuck off. She's got tiny penises. You want everyone to just think you're the big man without actually having to do anything.
No.
Just like, I have a dick, so I say what goes. And the way she said, well, what happens if your wife doesn't? He said, that's an excellent opportunity for a discussion, but I get the final say because I'm a little cry. I'm a little crybaby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want
like,
it my way.
If women were naturally subservient, then so much effort. Well, you wouldn't have to put so much effort into it, would you?
No. This is the natural way of things.
Yeah.
My hope is that women have progressed enough that this isn't going to work.
March. Yes.
Isn't. Yeah, I think this isn't going to work because women have enough power now, and they have enough education and access to resources now that they will not be shuffled off in the way that I think these men hope that they are going to shuffle us off.
It's like they read The Handmaid's Tale and just think, oh yes, great plan.
Absolute insanity.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we keep an eye on them, but which brings us on to my lord, Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
she's my lord. This is the only god I worship.
Yep. So I was just
the men have been busy, haven't they, this week? So if you didn't know, big news. Taylor Swift has announced her new album. I'm so excited. Life of a Showgirl. And the artwork, I need to pre-order the vinyl. The artwork on this vinyl is just incredible. Like, fucking look at her. The men have been busy though, haven't they, Michelle?
It's really weird that Taylor Swift waited until she was old and ugly to start being a slut. What the actual fuck?
Yeah, so I am going to remove that image and just this incredible picture of Taylor that I think does need to be worshipped a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because what the fuck? What the fuck? Old and ugly. It's like, you can tell he follows Trump with this whole like, she's not hot anymore.
She's just mid. Or you only liked her when she was a teenager, which is also
she's just a bit too grown up for you now that she is a grown adult woman and not a child. But I mean, in nobody's universe, this isn't a up for debate topic. In nobody's universe is this woman old and ugly.
No,
she's not.
No.
We can all look at that picture and go, she's not. These are the same men that try to convince us that Margot Robbie was mid. I'm like, but do you know what? These fellas that make these comments,
this is what they look like.
They always look like this. And it's like, do you know what? She could be the biggest slut in the world. She's still not fucking picking you, is she? That's what you're mad about. Still wouldn't touch you with a barge pole.
Can you say that one again? Say that again, just for the the people that missed it at the back.
I said she can be the biggest fucking slut in the world, and she still wouldn't touch this guy. That's what he's mad about.
Yeah.
That's what it's mad about. Because what she's she's showing her body. That's all it takes, isn't it? She's flaunting her body. If I had a body that looked like that, I would be wearing that as well. No questions. No questions.
Yeah, no, I know.
When
I'd be
I'm
like,
old
that's
and
a
I'm 80,
reason.
yeah.
Shopping
Yeah.
in Tesco's in that outfit. Yes, quite frankly, bollocks to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So yeah, this fella represents all of the men that have been slagging off Taylor Swift.
Yeah. So I have noticed that nobody's been the comments haven't been coming through, and there are some comments in. Yeah, there's absolutely loads of comments on Facebook, on LinkedIn.
Oh, are there? Why are they not
that we're
coming through
missing.
then?
I don't know. So yeah.
Oh, what are people saying?
So yes, we should look into pre-war matriarchy theory if we haven't heard of it. And then Kathleen talks about, that the Martin Niemöller quote around first they came for the socialists and I did not speak out because I'm a socialist.
Yeah.
So that's it. There's loads. Love what you're doing. I found you accidentally, but I'll be back. So yeah, there's loads of I was thinking, why is nobody watching this? And I was just like, my little curious said,
yeah, because the little thing is saying no viewers, saying live viewers 0.
No, well, there's people watching.
Maybe that's for YouTube.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm not surprised nobody's seen us on YouTube because we didn't tell anybody.
Do you know what? Maybe it's because we're streaming to both. That's why we're not.
That's okay.
We're not getting seen.
But at least for now, no, I'm okay. I feel like maybe this wasn't working, but it has. That's okay.
Oh.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, I mean, not that we need viewers to, To,
no,
to
when we're doing this one, we should start having conversations.
We're still going to do it, whether someone watches it or not. But it's nice to know that. Yeah, it's nice. And sorry, guys, we weren't ignoring you.
We just didn't see. Yeah.
They're just not on the screen. I'll because I didn't really look into it properly. The whole streaming to multiple destinations. So maybe I've not turned something on or sort of turned something off.
It's okay.
In my streaming elsewhere. But yeah, you've got it open now anyway. So
yeah,
just
so I've got it open. So I'll keep an eye on it. I will. Yes, I will. Excellent. There's 4 people watching on LinkedIn. So there we go. There's 4 people. So
that's exciting,
isn't it?
Okay, so next one. Oh, whose turn is it? It's my turn, is it?
Yes, your turn now. Yeah.
So I'm gonna let this lady do the talking.
Right now because there is a literal rapist rights group in Scotland at the moment that's harassing SA victims, so let's talk about it. This lovely bunch are called Justice for Innocent Men Scotland, or JIMS, and they're active on a range of social media platforms and aren't even hiding their crazy beliefs. They're genuinely on here claiming that jailing men for SA is some sort of conspiracy to break down the family unit and lower birth rates. It's really giving Handmaid's Tale, Gilead, blessed be the fruit. Here's a clip of that.
Break down the family unit, they're trying to control the population by decreasing birth rate, etc.
Now, JIMS claims that they're not about attacking victims, but that's just not true. They have been assisting my rapist father in his campaign of illegal harassment against me. They've also been sharing his doctored evidence as a means to discredit me, and they've been making defamatory suggestions that what was proven to me by a jury to happen didn't actually happen. They literally have a mention of me on their official website claiming that I'm disgusting for posting photos on social media. Here's what they said. Take the most recent example of Ellie Wilson, someone who seems to believe that posing for photos and posting it all over social media somehow makes her empowered. All it does, however, is reassure me that she is more interested in likes and attention than actually addressing the real issues real victims face. This kind of performative victimhood is a slap in the face to those who have genuinely suffered and are seeking justice. They then go on to say that my disgusting behaviour is out in the open for everyone to see. First of all, how they can say that this isn't harassing.
So it goes on, and obviously she goes on to talk about it a little bit more, but I looked these guys up. They're on everywhere. They're on LinkedIn, on Facebook. They have removed some of the more problematic comments. But yes, it seems that both of them have a partner who is currently serving a sentence for
So
sexual
this
assault.
women?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it worse. The
It does
call
make
is
it
coming
worse.
from within the house.
Yeah. One of the women's husbands who's in prison right now serving a sentence had multiple women come forward, 4 women, I believe, and she still believes that her partner is innocent. So both of them believe that their partners are innocent and that they were convicted by some loophole law in Scottish law that enabled them to imprison their partners without any real evidence. So in their campaigning to free their innocent partners, despite at least one of them having multiple women come forward, they are basically taking on any cases where the perpetrator comes to them and claims that they're innocent. Yeah. And then sharing the perpetrator, even like you said, her father's been convicted, and they are now making comments about her, videos about her, just because her father says he didn't do it, and is sending them doctored evidence, which they are then reposting and calling people in to support this man against her. They've made multiple follow-up videos about the bullying and harassment, because people left some pretty nasty comments underneath Ellie's video about this group. The usual kind of, in which episode do they die? Something we see people leave that on a lot of videos, and then going to Jim's page and saying some nasty things to them, and they were like, we've reported it to the police, all of those comments, sending people to bully us. I'm like, she didn't send anyone to bully you. She shared her story, and people decided they were pissed off with you, and no, they shouldn't be threatening you, and leaving those kind of nasty comments. But at the same time, people being pissed off with what you're doing, I think it's perfectly natural. And
See, I'd seen some stuff. So I follow Ellie on Twitter, and I've seen some stuff, but I didn't realise. I think I'm absolutely in shock of that. It's women that set this up, and it's like I always want to understand why and show compassion and empathy and sort of hear their side of the story. And I just literally my brain's just going no. I literally am gobsmacked.
Yeah, if you listen to them, I mean, it's just a dog whistle for the right-wing men that love to scream false accusations and why we don't. It's just, that's who they're attracting. The men that want to believe that all men that are in prison for SA, the 1% of reports that end up with a conviction, a prison sentence, they want to believe that almost all of those men are the victim of some miscarriage of justice. And everyone knows someone that's been falsely accused, don't they? But nobody knows a rapist. Funny that.
Yeah, I think every woman's got a story of sexual assault.
But no man knows a rapist. Nobody. Yeah, no.
Oh.
You watch. It's just. I mean, I went through and I watched their videos, and I went down the rabbit hole. It is their Facebook page.
Oh, I'm not on Facebook.
It's exactly as you'd expect. And then they play the victim when they get backlash after going up. Because Ellie, obviously, she's got a huge following. She's been sharing her story, but they've attacked her because she's not victim enough for them. She's confident. She shares pictures of herself on Instagram and on her social media channels. She's not hiding in a corner, unable to engage with the world.
And it's not destroyed her life enough for it to be real.
She's not the perfect victim. And so they're calling her a liar. Well, if she's out here taking photos of herself, she can't be that traumatized. Therefore, she's a liar. And Ellie is not fucking standing for it.
I do have to remind myself that hundreds of thousands of women marched against us getting the vote in this country. So I just have to remember that there are women who, prop up the patriarchy because they feel like it's safer for them. And
we literally just saw it in that last video with the ugly Christian men. Yeah, it's my job to submit to them. Okay.
I wouldn't submit to anybody. Fuck right off.
Yeah. No.
Maybe
I don't want to.
I know.
Yeah.
100%. I would submit the shit out of that one.
Oh my god! So do you know what? There's there's an element of the female empowerment and the just absolute unfucking unhingedness of women that I just adore.
Yeah.
And my very favorite thing is when I've just followed an account on TikTok of this guy who he is a priest of a small village. And let's just say he is easy on the eye. And he's just come on and he's just talking about, you know, this is my parish and this is where we serve, and just like give you a little tour of his church. The comments from the women. And I'm just like, this is a priest, guys. I feel like we're all going to hell if you do this. But I ran to the comments because I knew exactly what was going to be in there. Loads of Fleabag quotes and references. But I'm going to send you the video later.
Yes, please.
But I highly recommend. I can't remember I'll check his name out. I might put it in the show notes because it is hilarious.
Yeah.
And I just love the way women are just out here being their most unhinged selves now and pushing back and just not like refusing to be those kind of.
Yeah. We do, like, so the men come into the comments and it's like 10 out of 10 horrendous. The women come into the comments and it's 10 out of 10 hilariousness. And that's the difference. Like, I don't think the women would feel threatened and worried and like fearful of their lives, whereas the men, you know, it's funny and they might enjoy the attention. It's like, it's very different intention.
Well, because there's no element of danger to it, and things that they're being complimentary. The reason it's funny is that when men talk about women in this way, there's underneath that is an inherent level of hatred and violence and you know, degradation. Whereas when women do it to men, it's just, they're just like, take me now, you can have whatever you want kind of vibe. But it's very much lifting them up. It's very much uplifting of the men. And almost a self-deprecating, like some of the comments are so self-deprecating, but in a way that's just so smutty and unhinged. And there's just something about it that I absolutely adore. And it really tickles me. But it'd be really interesting because obviously you did your workshop on desire and pleasure, and I see that as being a part of it.
Yeah.
Because women are not supposed to talk.
I haven't told you the big news about what sort of I feel like the next part of my learning journey looks like around it just I'm not gonna say, but around that.
You can't tease us like that, Michelle. You're like, I'm not going to announce it in public.
Yeah, well, I will announce it in public, but I'm just
not yet.
No.
Okay. So yes,
you'll be very excited when I tell you, and
good.
As soon as we go off air.
I'm most excited by everything that you do, Michelle. Everything. Okay, so yes, gyms. Justice for innocent men. I mean, it would take them like 5 minutes to complete that mission, wouldn't it? Because there's just not really that many. Not really that many innocent men. It's like a one case and your job's done.
I just want to sit them down with a cup of tea and just like ask them questions.
Yeah. But
because it must be hard for them to have husbands or dads or whatever.
Do you know what? Yeah,
that must be difficult.
I totally get that must be awful to find out that your partner, your brother, or your son, your nephew, your dad, whoever, has committed an awful crime. Like I understand your need to be in denial about that.
Yeah.
But I think at some point you've just got to accept that they probably did it. And yes, you know, if you believe that your partner or your relative or whoever is innocent and you want to fight for them and justice for them, like by all means. But this idea of taking up the baton for other people when you have no experience, no history, no evidence to back it up, and you're out here calling victims liars with no evidence, that's too much.
Yeah.
You don't get involved in somebody else's case when it's already, you know, if that person wants to, you know, hire lawyers and appeal, like by all means, but we're not just jumping in and defending somebody just because they say they're innocent.
Yeah.
when the conviction rate's already so fucking low.
I know.
Yeah, it's just another. It's just another way we're re-traumatizing victims.
Yeah.
And now she's having to make videos about these fucking dickheads.
Yeah.
When the case was done and put to bed.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right.
Anyway.
Is that
All
done?
right.
Oh
no.
Gosh. Okay. How many have we got?
We have.
Got 2 more.
I think so. Yeah.
4.
I think that's 4. Yeah. Well, we did that. There was a long one.
Okay.
No, was there?
I sent 4.
Now.
This is my problem. I think I sent 4.
So we had Monica Lewinsky, the Christian guy, Taylor Swift. Yeah. So no, we have done them. Have we got an extra one? I'm just thinking, have I got? No, I think that might be it. I think that might be. Oh no, you have. Yeah, we have got another one. Sorry. I told you it's a little bit unhinged today.
Has happened to Nelly Furtado. Nelly Furtado performed on stage yesterday, and that should be the whole story, but people have a lot to say about her body. What the hell has happened to her? She's aged, she's changed, she exists in a body that isn't here to serve your nostalgia or your comfort. But here's the real question, why is a woman's worth still measured against how little she's changed from her 20s? Why do we treat wrinkles, weight gain and the effects of time itself like crimes, but only when they happen to women? So what the hell's happened? She's been alive for 47 years in a world that tells women that their expiry date is 25. She's been told to disappear, to shrink, to stay in a body that society finds more palatable, and she said no. And this isn't really about her body, it's about control and about a culture that fears women who don't apologise for existing. So what the hell's happened? She's free. And maybe that's the part that scares people. What?
Yes. I love Alex. She's mint. We'd also be friends with her, I think.
Yes. Yes, we would.
We should just like
all
send
of the
messages
women.
to people just to say, we'd like to be in your gang, please.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to be in our gang? Hang on. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
that's
could be the
true.
gang-
We've
we're
got
the
good
gang
gangs.
leaders.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in each other's gang.
Yeah, exactly.
A gang of 2.
Yeah. So it's funny because Kathleen was already mentioning Nelly. I was like, oh, we're going to mention her later. in
Yeah,
there.
yes.
But yeah, it's like, and Willow's in the comments to say, yay, she can finally catch part of your live again. So yes.
Oh, hey Willow.
Yeah. And Karen's here as well, Karen. So yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nelly Furtado. It's God forbid a woman exists and doesn't look perfect by the ridiculous beauty standards, which by the way are going backwards. We'll be heading in the direction of the heroin chic of the fucking early noughties. Yeah, Nelly Furtado, she's a fucking singer and a performer. It doesn't matter how big her body is. It doesn't matter. It has no bearing on her talent or our ability to enjoy her art. Really doesn't.
Exactly. There we go. Here endeth the rants and raves.
But things that you can't fucking win, because last week everyone was tearing Alison Hammond down for losing so much fucking weight. Oh my God, there's something to say about that. Oh, Ozempic. I just want to shout all of this stuff at her.
But you can't win. It's like literally, it's like no matter what. It's like it's not even. Why not even try it? Let's just do what we want to do because we're judged about everything anyway. So it's kind of like we'll just do what you want.
When you can look the way Taylor Swift, I'm just going to put it back up on the screen.
You put it back up.
It's worth a second look. When you look like this, and underneath people are still calling you fat. There were comments calling her fat, saying that she's past it, saying that she's not sexy, saying that she's not cool. Like there's so many comments underneath the original poster of this image. When we live in a society where this still isn't good enough, you know you can't win. There is no winning.
No.
There is no approval
that
you will get. Because even if you do look like that, you're not allowed to also be successful. You can look like that, but only if you're quiet, submissive, and it's done for the benefit of others.
Yeah.
Not for the benefit of you. I said this before, and I said we're fine with objectifying women as long as men benefit from it and not women. When women do it and they benefit from it, we fucking hate it.
Yeah, this is why we love Taylor so much, because she stopped allowing men to make money off of her work. So she brought all of her babies back into herself, and then the ones that she didn't, she re-recorded. So
she did.
Yeah.
That's what I say to all the men. Yes, and that's why I love her. Like, do you know what? Her music, I do enjoy her music. I'm going to say this. I'm not a big fan of the pop stuff, like Shake It Off, and they're not my favorites. I do prefer the more melodic stuff, like Evermore album. That's definitely one of my favorites. Reputation, yes. But I love her for everything that she does and what she stands for, and the way she bounced back, the way she refused to be silenced, the way she handles it with such grace and humor, and just these fucking powerhouse moves that she has made. And she's just said, you know what, I'm not going to follow this blueprint that everyone keeps telling me to. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to take risks. She was the first person to really engage with her fans on social media, and look at us now. It's fucking hours spent looking at Easter eggs and trying to decipher all the fucking clues that she leaves. And then she's like, this is fun. I'm going to do it even more. We're like, oh my God, no. She's, you feel like you're part of a tribe. You feel like you're on the inner circle with her. You feel like she drops little Easter eggs and nuggets that you will only know if you're in the fan base. And I love that. I just think she's so fucking smart. So
when you sent me a message yesterday about being a barge, I'm like, what's Taylor doing on a barge? I don't understand.
Oh yeah, because I was saying to you that there's more stuff to land. And then I was on a boat trip. Yeah, I was on a boat trip yesterday, and totally out of context, I got there and it was a barge. I was thinking it was like a little boat, a little speedboat or something, and it was a barge. And I was like, oh my God, we're spinning the down a barge. So all I said to Michelle was, it's a barge. No context. She's obviously
Taylor Swift barge.
Obviously completely forgotten that I was going on a boat trip, because my life isn't the most important thing that's going on in Michelle's. And I just went, it's a barge. And she went, what?
But boats and barges are totally two different things in my brain, it turns out.
And it wasn't the first thing that you connected it with. You were like, what the fuck? And I was like, I don't understand what's happening. It's a barge. And she was, I thought you were talking about Taylor Swift. I was like, what the fuck? I've just been Googling Taylor Swift barge. And I was like, no.
Okay.
Which that does bring us to the end. I think we fucked up somewhere, because I think that was 6, but we started and ended with one of yours. So it was definitely something went wrong in the middle. Never mind.
I did send you 4 because I couldn't decide. And there was one about endometriosis and telling 14-year-olds to have babies.
Yes. Ooh, yeah, we didn't do that one. Yeah, and I had a few more that I had to skip because I was like, oh, I was obviously saved up for the last couple of weeks. But anyway, we can always we just make posts about those on LinkedIn instead.
Yeah, good plan. Cool.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to the end. Are there any unanswered questions in the comments?
Oh, crap. Yeah, sorry. Hang on. See, I have to refresh the page as well. It doesn't show me the new ones. I'm going to have some words with some of these LinkedIn thingy. Karen says, if we had a pair of shoes that were 47 years old, they would look 47 years old. Obviously, that's Nelly Furtado, not Taylor Swift. And then Karen says that Taylor's such a brilliant role model, like gives her hope for young women. And Willow's like, her body is hot. I'm tired of all the fat shaming. Oh, again, that's Nelly Furtado. Shame must change sides, is what Kathleen said. So, yeah.
Yes, 100%. Awesome. All right.
Well, I feel like I'm in control of something instead of letting you do all the control stuff.
I do the techie bit on this side, and you handle the. Maybe we might have to do this from now on if we're not.
I quite enjoy it. I'm like, comments on here. I'm in charge of the comments. I like having a job.
Yeah. Got a job. It was your responsibility for you, Michelle. You know that. Oh my God, we should totally do this. You know that trend on social media where 2 friends go on holiday or a party or something, and one goes like, hi, I'm Felice, like I set up I booked the flights, and then it cuts to the other friends, and it'll be like, "Hi, I'm Michelle," and then it cuts back to the other one. "Hi, I'm Felice. I booked the hotels," and it's like it cuts back to like clearly they did nothing; they just showed up. One person just does all of it. I was like, we should do that for this.
You've got it the right way around as well. Let's face it. I'm giving you the gift of my presence. What else can you need?
You don't need anything else, Michelle. I don't need anything else. I'm IT, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. you bring the smarts and the gravitas.
Look at me, like
I'm IT and the beauty, obviously, especially the flowing curly locks today. I'm just like a sweaty mess sitting in front of the fan.
But it is significantly cooler in the northeast than it is in the south.
Yeah.
So.
Even my ears are sweating.
Oh no, I have to close the window because it was too cold, and I've got a blanket on me.
So like north-south divide could not get more different.
No. Pathetic.
Yeah.
Okay,
blanket, well,
yeah.
Thanks everyone for joining us. We will be back next week. And you know what I'm going to do? As soon as this ends, I'm going to go and create the event for next week now.
What? Cool.
Like a whole week before.
We should I should do a post about it maybe.
Yeah. Well, I'll tag you and then you can just repost my post.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And that's job done.
Awesome. Easy peasy.
Yeah. So yes, we will see you next week at the regular time for another episode of WTF Women Talking Facts.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jingle go.